So what does this lead to? When you put in an oversized system and a bad duct system, well, here's a house that I drove by one day and I had to take a picture. This is a fairly new house here. And notice right there in the front center of the house is a little window unit air conditioner. I said, wow, what is going on there? I got out of my car, I knocked on the door, I went inside and went upstairs, and this is what I found. This guy was just burning up in that room. It's an oversized air conditioner, but here's what the duct system looked like. Okay, I might have embellished the story a little bit there. These are 3 pictures from 3 different places, but you get the idea. When you put in an oversized heating and cooling system and you put in a duct system that's terrible at airflow, you end up with comfort problems. And this duct system that you see right here, if any room in that house is getting the right amount of air, it's completely by accident. There is no way that this is going to work properly because this was not designed. This was just slapped together, and they needed air in certain rooms. They connected ducts that they thought would be the right sizes, but they installed them very poorly. But that's not the only kind of comfort problem you can get. Another kind of comfort problem that you get from an oversized system happens even with perfectly installed ductwork. When that system runs, let's say it's 2 times bigger than it needs to be, which is common. That system comes on and it blasts you with heating, or it blasts you with cooling for a few minutes, and then it goes off. And then as it's sitting there in the off position, the house is warming up again in summer or cooling off in winter, and you might start feeling that before it comes on again. So you've got that comfort problem just from having an oversized heating and cooling system, even if the ductwork is perfect. Then there is humidity control. With an oversized system, the humidity control is not very good, because here's how an air conditioner works. You've got this coil, very cold, so embedded in these fins, these aluminum fins, are these copper tubes going back and forth. Very cold refrigerant goes through there. The air from the house is blowing over that coil. The water vapor in that air in a humid climate, well, even in dry climates this happens, but in a humid climate is where you want this to happen. The water vapor condenses on that coil. You can see the droplets all over that coil, and those droplets need to get bigger and bigger and coalesce and then drip down the fins and into the drain pan and then out the drain line, and that's when dehumidification happens. If that system comes on, starts condensing water, and those droplets don't get big enough to drain down and out, you aren't doing dehumidification. And that water sitting there, as the coil warms up, will start evaporating and get back into the air. And you can make this worse too. Look at this. If you turn your thermostat fan to the on position, as you see right here, now you are evaporating that water back into the air in a hurry, because you've got that warm air blowing over the water sitting on the now warm coil. You're just putting it right back into the air. I have done this experiment in my own home. When I set the fan in the summertime one year, I set the fan to the on position. Within one day, within about 24 hours, the relative humidity in my house was 70%. That is not good. We don't want that. All right, another problem that we have with an oversized system is noise. With an oversized system, let's say the system is twice as big as it needs to be. The blower is moving twice as much air as a right-sized system, and a blower moving twice as much air is going to make more noise. Here's another example for you. So this is a condo I used to live in, the same one that I turned the thermostat to the on position and saw 70% relative humidity. Now, here's something else that we had going on there. In our living room, we had our TV. And also, notice here, I'm not pointing at my wife's boots, I am pointing at the return grill there. The return grill is right by where we kept the TV. Whenever that system came on for heating or cooling, we would have to grab the remote and turn the volume up, because that system was so noisy because right on the other side of that wall, where you see the grill, the furnace and air conditioner was. And so they didn't account for the noise transmission. The blower noise came straight into our living room, and the system was oversized.